Okay, how's it going, everybody? Yes, I know I just posted yesterday, and I do not plan on making this a daily thing. I know nobody wants that. But I need to talk about this before it happens. And yes, I am talking about that freak show, which is the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight that will be happening tomorrow. First off, I can't imagine that this is actually selling for $90 a pop. I remember thinking, like, when I first heard about it, I was like, maybe, pay like $30 or $40 or whatever it is to watch it. And I heard it's going to be $90 or $100 for the HD, and that is insanity. Maybe if you had a group of 9 people and each person chipped in 10, that would make sense. My friends and I were looking for a bar to watch it at, but I don't think that that's going to happen. We haven't been able to find anywhere, unfortunately. But it is definitely a freak show, to say the least. I don't know. Instead of paying $90 to watch it on my phone, I think I'll just wait like till 10 minutes after, and then I can watch all the exciting parts for free on YouTube. Sounds like a better deal to me. As far as the actual fight goes, I feel the need to voice my opinion on this sport I know nothing about. Which I think that is the standard qualification for me to be able to fight Mayweather, is that I know nothing about boxing. Because from my understanding, Conor McGregor knows nothing about boxing, but he's just going to go in there and try to make it up as he goes. As far as who I want to win, I don't care. I just hope whoever loses does so in an extremely humiliating way. Because they're both just they're too cocky. They really are. Let's see, what are the pluses of McGregor losing? Irish people will be pissed, and if you've never seen footage of an angry Irish person, just look up all those press things that they did together, and Irish people just yelling at Mayweather when he talks. It's hilarious. Another pro of McGregor losing. Let's see. If McGregor loses, all of those like 4,000 white ferrets that perished in order to make McGregor's stupid fur coat will have all been for nothing. So I don't know if that's a plus or a minus. I guess I should have thought about this more, because I really, like I said, I don't even care who wins. I just want it to be, I want it to be a knockout, because I watched that Pacquiao, that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and they punched each other a lot, and then every once in a while it looked like they were hugging, and then it just ended after 12 rounds. It just ended in Mayweather won, because I don't know if he got more shots in or he missed more hits, punches, thwacks. I don't know, but he won without one of them actually going down, and I thought that was the whole point of boxing. This guy's gonna be loud next to us. Hold on. So yeah, the plus of Mayweather losing, it would completely throw off all boxing fans together, because you're getting an invalid in there and he takes out like your top guy. Then what would be next? Do you get a Navy SEAL to do an MMA fight with McGregor? And then what would be above that? You get a polar bear to fight the Navy SEAL? If Mayflower, if HMS Mayweather, if Mayweather loses, just think about how the number one is going to plague him for the rest of his life, because he will be 49-1. And he will no longer be number one. McGregor will be number one, which all could have been avoided if Mayweather had just what? That's right. Won. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll say I hope McGregor wins. Just because, like I said, boxing fans will be crushed, and I like crushing people's dreams. I think I enjoy it when that happens. It's a win-win, really, because they're both just kind of cocky idiots that are, gonna go dance around for millions of dollars, and then they got millions of idiots willing to pay for it. Felt like I had more to say. So I'm hoping McGregor wins. Do I think it's going to happen in the first round like he claims he thinks it will? No, I do not. Do I hope it happens that way? Absolutely. I want all the people that paid $90 to have it all end in like 11 seconds. That'd be phenomenal. That'd be great. They hype it up for like 4 months. They'll fly around together and hang out. They literally go on a world tour talking about it. And then it takes like 6 seconds for McGregor to just run in there and, I don't know, do whatever he does. I was making a lot of gestures there, but again, you guys can't see me. Just all the people at this stoplight can. Honestly, my ideal way of it ending. So this is what happens. It starts. They kind of, give some of that footwork. They both go in with a strong right hook. And in 9 seconds, they both knock each other out immediately. And it's done. That is my ideal ending. It's boxing mixed with UFC mixed with the Three Stooges. That is what I would like. I would pay money for that to happen. I would. I'm not sure if I have anything else to say about this. Like I said, I know nothing about the sport. I don't claim to know anything about the sport. I just want whatever is going to make sports fans blow up the most. The people that are really... I don't know why I'm so mean. But yeah, whatever's going to be most upsetting to the most amount of people, that is what I want to happen. I don't think I have anything else to say on the matter. Sorry, this really wasn't all that funny, I don't think, but I just felt like I needed to talk about it before it happened, because if on Sunday I was like, oh yeah, well, I was saying I hope McGregor and Mayweather knock each other out in 9 seconds, so that it happened, nobody would believe me. But now I have proof that if it happens, I'm a genius. I'm a boxing genius. What kind of odds would you have, like if you were betting on it? I bet you could bet like $5 on them knocking each other out in the first 9 seconds and win like $300,000 by all the people betting against that. I don't know how betting works. So if that was just nonsense, it was absolutely nonsense. But yeah, if by chance anybody knows of a bar that is playing it, I would go watch. Or if there's even a place where me and like 8 of my closest friends could go, because I'm hanging out with a bunch of people tomorrow. Yeah, let me know if there's any public venue in the Mason City area. That would be great. From my understanding, there is not. But at any rate, Detour, they had no road closed sign back there. What? I'm like 2 miles from my apartment, and now... And there's a train! I left work early so I could be home an extra hour. For one thing, it's gonna probably take me about an hour just to figure out how to import and export all this crap that I need to do so you guys can listen to my thoughts on a sport that I don't know or care about. And now I'm turning into a cul-de-sac. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here because it's just gonna be me being grumpy. But yeah, hopefully double knockout, double TKO, first 9 seconds. Fight of the century in under 10 seconds. And now my phone's locked, so I don't even know how to end the recording. This is so awful. If I ever reach like 1,000 podcasts, this will make some great blooper. It's not even footage. I am such an idiot. Why do I try to do this when I drive? Okay, here we go. I'm ending. That I was told I need a proper sign-off. I was gonna say, and that's all she wrote, but I'm the only one talking, and I'm not a she. The only one I can think of is good mental health, but that's Frasier's. That doesn't apply to anything. Well, I mean, I'm a perfect example of the opposite. I don't have a sign off either. Why are people encouraging this? This is all terrible. And of course I moved the mic away from my mouth, so you guys probably could barely even hear any of that. I'm just gonna stop. I'll do a countdown. 3, 2. Okay. I went in a big circle. I ended up back at the train, and the train is stopped on the tracks. So, I'm going to take this time to talk about how annoying trains are, as I waste even more gas and more of the time that I could be getting paid as I drive around Mason City aimlessly. Trains, why do we still use them? Another fine example of me talking about something I have no knowledge of. My assumption would be is that they actually, it's beneficial. Because why would you do it if it wasn't? Yeah, I guess they move a lot of coal and iron? I don't know what's in those things. They do transport a lot, but I guess, I don't know. I always figured that we would just have rocket ships to do that by now. I remember in 3rd grade reading, I don't know where I am, reading about okay, 3rd grade, I remember reading about these pods. Oh my god, and now there's 2 people who don't understand how a right-of-way works. Reading about these pods that were supposed to be here in bigger cities. I believe it was by 2016 or 17. And it was something along the lines, I remember the illustrations looked a lot like those tubes on Futurama that they get sucked up into and you fly across New York City. But it was like that, where it was like tubes above the city, except you were on some kind of like street luge cart. Street luging a thing? I think it is. But just imagine an ice luger, but with wheels. At any rate. It was these streetcar deals that would go above the ground through all these tubes. I remember being 8 years old, like, oh my god, adulting's gonna be awesome! And now that I'm here, I'm driving a 20-year-old SUV with no air conditioning in Iowa in August. Where's my tube car? This is a classic example of how childhood expectations have been crushed. And that's exactly why I hope McGregor beats the crap out of Mayweather. So that people can feel what I feel. Boxing fans. I guess trains are okay. They're just not very considerate. Have you ever been on your way somewhere? Actually, I have two things to say here. Have you ever been on your way somewhere where, like, the train stops for a while and then it starts to back up? Don't you just want to fight whoever's running the show? There was one time I was on my way, I think, for a doctor's appointment. I can't remember. I think it was over by Plymouth. But I had to wait for the train. The train goes by. And then I'm going along and the person in front of me is going really slow. So I can't, like, even speed to, like, try and make up any time. We don't even go a mile, and I can see the train going parallel with the road. And all of a sudden, the same train is crossing back across my road again. I was already late. And that train, I had to wait for the same train twice. And either had 106 or 107 cars. I clearly miscounted one of the times. But it was so late. And then my explanation didn't even make sense that I had to wait for a train twice. That's probably the angriest I've ever been at a train. Where else can I go with this? Either we need to... I'm turning down another way. I don't know where I'm going. We either need to rule out trains entirely, or we need to make cars able to go on the train tracks. Or... Actually, let me go ahead and take back what I just said, because that did not make sense. That would just cause more pandemonium and trains to go even slower. We need a way to bypass every single train. There needs to be a bridge over every single one, either for the traffic or for the train. Do you hear him taunting me? Can you hear that? Actually, you can probably just hear my car and the guy mowing his jungle of a lawn next to me. What was I saying? We need to get rid of train. We need to... What? Okay, either... We either need bridges that go... That was like a 14-year-old smoking a cigarette. What neighborhood am I in? What? We need to get either trains... No, we need bridges. We need bridges, and now I'm staring at a man who pulled up next to me as I talk into my phone that is upside down. We need bridges, either for trains or for the cars, or we need hover cars or hover trains. Any one of those suggestions. I don't even want credit for it. I don't want money for the ideas. I just want someone to take it and do it. Do you ever have ideas like that for like an app or something? And you don't even care like if it's worth a lot of money because you know you're not going to be the one that's going to be able to develop it. You just want to give the idea to someone else who can actually make it happen just so you have that in your life. Or is that just me? Am I the only one that thinks like that? I'm back on the road home. And I'm almost there. And there's another train! I am not even kidding. I kind of wish I had this on video. No! I don't know what to do. And then I turned down another road. I'm not even kidding. There is another train in front of me. This is the third train. I've had to go around road construction twice, and trains, this is a third one. And there's another road construction that now there's a guy blocking that I can't even turn. As time goes on, I'm more and more convinced that I am in the Truman Show. There must be something going on in my apartment, like the set burnt down. Oh, there was so much construction here. I have never seen the street that I'm on right now. I'm so aggravated. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm on, like, the Truman Show, and the set... There are so many roads around me. I'm being led. Like the cows out to slaughter. The sheep out to pasture. This is so aggravating. But yes. Okay, now I know where I am. If any of you cared to know. And now I feel like I have to keep talking until I get home, but I've exhausted all means of... Nope. All ideas that I had to even talk about are gone. But yeah, I'm starting to think I'm in the Truman Show. And that's what's going on. They're leading me around because the set burnt down, or like, I don't know, maybe the person cast as Bjorn like broke his leg or something, but that wasn't written in the script. So now they're just trying to work it out before I can even get there. I'm gonna take a third. It's been so many more than 3, but I'm just gonna call it the third way home. And if there's some kind of obstacle there, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just give up and live in my car. I need to think of ways to improve this. I need to think of topics that I can talk about. I did not know that I was next to that bridge. Okay. Yeah, I need to think about things I can discuss so that there's not so much dead air in me just saying, well, I mean, what was I talking about? Of course, that whole where was I, that's more just I can't keep track of what I'm saying. Maybe I could sing for everyone. Nobody wants that. The only thing in my view right now is a yellow sign that says dead end. I have never been so lost in a town that I've lived 5 years in. There is an idea that I had, brought to me by my friend Luke Reingart. He told me about this app called Stumble Upon. And if you haven't heard of this, and if you're looking for a way to just waste time, you should download it. It's actually kind of cool. It's along the lines of Pinterest, except I think with Pinterest you only get to choose like 5 categories, and then it shows suggestions that way, and then there's like a search bar. This is different in that there's like 50 categories to choose from. I think you can pick as many as you want, and then you swipe through it, and it's all randomized. And it brings up different articles, pictures and stuff like that. It just has all sorts of different lists of based on what you chose as your categories. And just looking through it last night, I wasted like 2 hours and didn't even notice. But I think that might be a good way that I can find topics to talk about. And I'll just discuss, why are you driving so slowly? It's a traffic jam. This is the third way to get home. Oh, God. It's the 5-way intersection. For those of you not condemned to Mason City, there is this 5-way intersection that is a nightmare. And now we have 10,000 people that just waited for a train. That guy looked like Danny DeVito. 10,000 people waiting for a train, and now we're all trying to figure out how a stop sign works. This is the longest commute from work ever. Where was I? Oh, stumble upon. Yeah, I've been thinking about just using that as a way to come up with topics to talk about, so you don't get so many and so many of those. I'm getting closer to home. I just want to end this because I don't even know what to talk about anymore. But I really can't. Okay, what else is going on in the world? Taylor Swift's new single dropped. As always, the first time I heard it, I thought, why do I like this music? And then I just needed to listen to it like 50 more times, and then it's just like, that's why I like this music. You just gotta have to brainwash yourself. That's what you gotta do. That person had no hands on the steering wheel. She was adjusting her visor on top of her hat. Nope, not a visor on top of a hat, on top of her head. This woman is acting like the sidewalk is a turning lane. And then the van that she just passed around is turning that way too. Oh, I hope he's going to fight her. Yeah, Taylor Swift's song came out. I stayed up to listen to it inadvertently because I was looking at Stumble Upon for 2 hours. But it is definitely different. It is odd. I did not like it at first, but now I do. It's that brainwashing seeping through my thick skull. Oh my goodness. I've done nearly a half hour of podcasting. It has been complete nonsense. I don't want anybody to have to listen to this. This is way too much just silence and nonsense. Thought I knew that guy. I definitely need to come up with better topics. Or topics at all. Because I have none. Is anything else going on in the world? Anything non-political? That's one thing that I don't want to do. I don't want to get into politics on here because they annoy me. I don't want to get into any of that. I am so sorry. Feel free to just stop listening at this point. If there is anybody still listening, please, you are welcome. You are encouraged. Because I don't know what else to talk about. I don't. I got fitted for a tux the other day, as if anybody cares. It took about 30 seconds. And it was free, Mormons Clothiers. I will give a shout out to them. If you need a free fitting, they are the place to go. They are professional in every manner of a fitting, from what I remember from my high school proms. That'll be exciting. It's not prom. Patrick's wedding. Patrick McNally is getting married, and I need to come up with ways to ruin it. Not the actual marriage, but like the celebration in general. My goal at most weddings, or also in general, is just to see how many people I can make, how many strangers I can make hate me by the end of the evening. I do this better in groups. But I'm not afraid to go on my own with it either, to be a lone wolf. If anybody has any suggestions of things you would like me to do at Patrick's wedding, I am all ears. Patrick, if you're listening to this, I apologize. But you knew, like, what else did you expect? That will be an interesting day. I guess I will address this because I probably haven't. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, whatever. I'm moving up to Duluth. I was hoping to not be working right now, but that did not happen. I'm transferring to a vision center up there, to start out with anyway. Basically, I figure I will look for the best paying job I can find and quit that job at the drop of a hat. But if I quit the job now and just move up there and look for one, I probably, with my luck, I won't have a job until like December. So I'll be transferring up there to the Cloquet Vision Center. If anyone is in northern Minnesota and needs your eyes examined, I can't do it, but there is a doctor there. So yeah, I'll be moving to Duluth. I've lived in Mason City for 5 years, which is about 4 years and 300 days too long. I do not enjoy it. There is so much truth in this silence right now, in that last statement. Look out, dog! Okay, so yeah, I will be moving. Oh, he's really trying to get himself killed. He can't stand Mason City either. Because 5 years to him, that's like 35 years. Yeah. Math. So yeah, I'm moving soon, and I hope people will come visit me. Literally at any time. I'll be working a lot, but aside from that, please, people, come visit me. And there's a lot of stuff to do up there. There's hiking, there is kayaking, there's a lot of nature stuff, but there's also like a lot of breweries downtown. If anybody wants to go have some nice craft beer with me on the side of Lake Superior in February when it's 20 below, you are more than welcome. You know what? I'm close enough to home, and I have wasted enough of your time that I'm going to end it. They must have figured out how to set the man cast as Bjorn's leg, or they have rebuilt my entire apartment from the fire that accidentally burnt it down. But there are a lot of cars. Oh, you know why I bet there's so many cars? Because there were so many trains. So many trains, or they still haven't set Bjorn's leg. But yes, I will end it here. I'll probably post again in about a week. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely day.